What is up guys, Greedy Knight here with my Charge Blade tier list. The main focus of this video is to identify the best Charge Blades to build, so you can work towards getting the highest damage weapons in the game. I'll be separating status from the impact section, otherwise everything else will be based on file type. I'll be excluding the Rampage Charge Blade because it does not fit into one Charge Blade category and it will be its own video topic. Timestamps down below for the Charge Blade types. Let's get into it. The 4th and 5th spots go to weapons that are good on any set. These Charge Blades are in the top 5 impact file Charge Blades because they do not require any special sets to be good. They just are good. They won't be the best weapons in terms of damage, but they are the most versatile impact Charge Blades in the game because they can be run on any set. The Ibushi Charge Blade earns 5th place for impact file because of its massive blue sharpness. Its Valstrax-like sharpness means it will maintain its damage while the other Charge Blades drop down to green or need to resharpen. 4th goes to Nargacuga because of its access to defense grinder and its massive 40 affinity. It can comfortably fight in blue and white with constant counter peaks and guard points. 190 isn't the strongest, but it will output a bunch of critical hits with CSS. The only stat that matters for the best impact file Charge Blades are high raw and being in green sharpness. With the blunt set, you jack up your raw attack by 20% on top of having an already high raw. Bludgeoner sets are an endgame set, so the top choices are the endgame Charge Blades for Gauss Harag, Rajang, and Diablos. They share the 230 raw attack stat line. The Diablos Charge Blade comes in 3rd because of its massive negative affinity and lack of element. It is a good Bludgeoner Charge Blade, but there are now better candidates. The Gauss Harag Charge Blade ends up in 2nd. I ran tests between Gauss Harag and Rajang, and the Rajang Charge Blade ended up with slightly better damage for both Super Spam and Savage Axe Spam. But there are other reasons why Rajang is the best Bludgeoner Charge Blade and best Impact File Charge Blade overall. It has a massive green sharpness and 0 affinity, meaning you won't lose damage from negative crits. Originally, I had these blunt Charge Blades as a 3-way tie, but after testing the damage, this is the final placing for all of these weapons. Status weapons are separated from regular impact files because they are run with the intention to be used for a status build. The decoration for status would vary from blunt attack and attack crit sets, since you wouldn't prioritize raw attack or crits as much as with pure impact. You would want to get your skills to buff your status or to synergize with status Charge Blades. Poisonous Veil is a terrible poison Charge Blade. 14 poison means you will rarely get poison procs, and its negative affinity hurts its overall damage. The Bizarrios Charge Blade is the better pick because of its better 29 poison and better sharpness. Cuddly Cat isn't even up for consideration here. 150 raw weapons will always be garbage. Volvidon wins by having more raw. Having higher raw and solid paralysis means that you can KO and paralyze more consistently using Volvidon's Charge Blade. Somnicanth and Magnamalo provide the only sleep and blast Charge Blades, so go next. The main reason you would build element file sets is because they output more damage than most impact file Charge Blades when it is used to exploit a monster's elemental weakness. You have to reference your hunter notes and use 5 loadouts to quick swap between the 5 element Charge Blades, but you will carry your weight in damage if not more. The Rathian Charge Blade can fight in blue sharpness for most of a hunt before the monster relocates. It is much easier and cheaper to build, but budget Charge Blades are beaten out in this case. The Rachna Kadaki Charge Blade is the best fire element file Charge Blade. It has massive white and blue sharpness under handicraft with a disgusting amount of fire. Playing the demo, I have gained a bias towards it. This isn't even a contest. The Valk Charge Blade is dead last. It is only 2nd by technicality, but the massive 80 raw difference with Jira Totus invalidates the meme fish Charge Blade. Jira has good element and good raw, but the negative affinity is the only critique I have for the weapon. In 2nd place for Thunder Element File, K-Captain's Charge Blade has a massive 37 Thunder and 20 affinity, but its 170 raw is too low to be considered the best. In 1st place, Zinogre's Charge Blade has a good chunk of white and blue sharpness with 210 raw. With 26 Thunder, the difference is 11 Thunder, which is not enough to overcome a difference of 40 raw. The Bard Charge Blade is the only Ice Element file Charge Blade, but it has 26 Ice with 25 Affinity, synergizing well with the handy crit set. Even with 170 raw, it outputs respectable damage against monsters like Diablos and Rajang. Dragon Veil is the only dragon element phial charge blade, so go next. Impact is good generically, status is primarily used as support online, and element phial is good against specific monsters. Keep that in mind when picking a charge blade to use when you build a set around it. This list is by no means definitive because we will get the true endgame and more monsters towards the end of April, but this video is intended to get you started with upgrading charge blades, getting the strongest ones first and the other ones later. I'll update the tier list as we get new gear and upgrade paths, but for now, this is my tier list as of version 1.1.1. Based on previous games, popular weapons like Rathian and Mizutsune can move up with access to better sharpness and affinity, but for now, they are strictly just for building. Subscribe if you want to see more Charge Blade content like this. That's all I have for this one. Greedy Knight, signing out.